So welcome everybody. Bonjour tout le monde. Welcome to our rededication of Nathan Shuster Park. My name is David Tabaroff. I'm the Director of Parks and Recreation. And actually you don't want to hear from me. We really want to hear from the kids that are playing in the park, and we'll get a chance to see that. We're going to hear from our Mayor, Anthony Housefather, and District Councillor Ruth Kovac, and then we're also going to take a tour of the park, and you'll be able to see exactly what we've done in this beautifully re-inaugurated Nathan Shuster Park, and of course we're happy to have the Shuster family here with us today as well. So, Anthony, if you don't mind to come forward.
Thank you very much, David, and thank you to everyone for coming today. I would like to introduce our members of council. We've got Glenn Nashon over here, Ruth Kovac, Sam Goldblum, Mitchell Brownstein, Alan Levine, Mike Cohen, and Dita Burku. And Stephen Erdely is somewhere, I'm sure.
Playing on the equipment.
He's probably on the equipment himself.
Just did a zip line.
I encourage all the adults to use some of the equipment. It's amazing. One of the things, premièrement aussi, j'aimerais vous accueillir ici aussi en français. C'est un grand plaisir que nous avons une parc qui est tellement bonne ici à Côte Saint-Luc. We're so proud to have this renovated Shuster Park. One of the things that we've started to do in Côte Saint-Luc is something called placemaking, where we look at every park, every green space that we are planning to do something in and determine what is it that people would want to do there. And what we did here is we looked at what kids of different ages and adults would want from this type of nature park. And I think we've come to what is an incredibly innovative design. So I'd like to thank all of our members of council, all of our staff for having participated in this, and many members of the public who worked with us in this process. For the first time, this was not only councilors and staff, we used local residents, and we also used kids and focus groups of kids and teens to decide what would be best for the park. So I'm going to turn it over to Councillor Ruth Kovac to talk about the Shuster family and the history of this park, but I hope each and every one of you uses this in good health. J'espère que tout le monde de tout âge va aimer bien ce parc, and I will call upon Ruth Kovac.
Thank you very much, and welcome everybody to District 8. By the way, that placemaking event took place, I think it was the coldest day of the year in February of 2014, and we walked from City Hall with all those people here. It was really quite the exercise to see what you have now today. Back in 1988, Nathan Shuster was in, I think it's his 25th year on council. And as the recently late Mayor Bernard Lang said, he was a mensch. And this gentleman gave to the community, gave 25 years of service on council. I had the real honor of knowing him and working with him when they were looking at what to do with parks in our city. He was a real community person. He and his wife Toba, who is 104 years old, 101 years old. Nathan would have been 104 this year. Ran a wonderful summer camp in the Laurentians close to Trout Lake, Camp Maccabee, I think it was called.
Oh, yeah.
And really well known throughout the community. So it was so fitting that this park, this nature park, this park in the heart of a Jewish community, was named for him. And I was present at the ceremony when David Klinger, who was the councillor for the district at the time, was present. And this park speaks well to all the residents, whether you're young, whether you're old. It's going to become a destination park, playground, zip line. The library is preparing cards or little signs that will say which trees you're looking at, which species of birds you're going to see, and in about 2 to 3 weeks, you should be seeing that. And today we also need to thank the West Island Music Academy with Joel and Derek Ovadia, and Kathleen Usher from Earth Values, who teaches science and nature to children, and I believe she's right over there. She'll be teaching our kids and yourselves as well all about the nature that's in this park. This is really an oasis in the heart of a residential area where you're going to be enjoying sunshine, shade. It's convivial. You have places to sit and just talk, rest, relax, and enjoy. And it is my privilege and an honor to welcome you here today and tell your friends to come and enjoy this beautiful place. Thank you. And the Schusters, Joel and his wife and the granddaughter of Nathan Shuster are here today from Toronto to say a few words.
My wife's over there, Linda Berry, and my daughter Sonia Shuster, who played in this park when she was very young and recommended it highly to anyone who listened. We're very gratified that the park was named after my father, and very gratified that it's been redone and rededicated, and it's a beautiful facility. My dad was very impressed and interested in nature and in children and in recreation. He was actually the president of Montreal Young Judea from 1936 to 40, and then the president of Canadian Young Judea from 40 to 44. I'd forgotten how young he was. I just realized he was in his 20s when he had some of that responsibility. Anyway, he always enjoyed being of service to the community and serving on council, and he appreciated the support that people gave him, and he was glad to help any way he could. And he really looked forward to this park being created. We'd like to thank you for inviting us and letting us know about this rededication, and are very appreciative of being able to see the park at this time. Thank you so much.
The other end?
The close end. Exactly.
1, 2, 3. And we need sharper scissors.
Flat. There we go.